Couple of minutes. Hope you guys are well. This is my daily check-in, right? I do these daily check-ins every Monday through Friday. I try to do them around noon. That's what I call them nooners, but I wasn't able to do it at noon, so it's 12:45. But that's okay. I'm still doing it, right? So, but hope you guys are well. I didn't have a lot to talk about today. I just wanted to come on and say, hey, happy Friday to everybody. Let me just make sure that I am locked in on LinkedIn. I know I'm locked in on there we go. Hello. Hello. So let me open up the chat here. Please make sure, or you're welcome to make comments. Say, hey, what's going on? What you doing for the weekend? Something like that. Let me know. Excuse me. But I was having an interesting conversation, right? So um I'm trying to find. I needed rooms, okay, for a group, last minute group, at LAX, right? Los Angeles Airport hotels. Some of the one hotel. All I needed rooms at one hotel. Okay, so you guys remember, 10 rooms or more is considered a group, right? So this is like 13 rooms for like the 23rd out to 28th, so like 5 nights. Okay, so I originally had reached out to someone that I knew at one of the hotels, right? So sent an email and I got a response, right? So this was 3 days ago. I sent an email 3 days ago, and I got a response. He said, "Oh, great to hear from you." I hadn't talked to this guy in a while, but he said, "Great to hear from you. Send me the information, and I'll give you a rate, and we'll hopefully we can make it happen." So I did that, right? Well, I didn't hear from him for the last several days. So I've been calling as well as emailing, right? And I called one time. I talked to like an assistant or whoever answered the phone. They said, "Oh, he's out of the or he's in a meeting. I'll forward the information to him." I said, "Okay." So I'm expecting a call by end of the day, right? Because it's like noon. Okay. Well, I never got the phone call. Called yesterday, left a message, and sent another email. Never got a response. Today, I call again. I call it. I have a cell phone number. Call that cell phone number. Didn't hear from him. Someone else that I'm trying to do rooms for. I told him the hotel that I was looking at, that I was interested in for a group, and she called there because I told her it was kind of strange I didn't hear back from, this guy, and then find out through her, investigation that he's no longer there and they're under new management. I'm like, what? I said, I just literally received an email from him on Tuesday. Okay, so you know, every time I do these lives, these daily check-ins, I don't necessarily have a lot to talk about, but there's things that happen. Remember, these things are from my own experiences, right? Some of the stuff you can't make up, okay? So, so find out that he's no longer with the company. Um, and the hotel is under new management. I'm like, in like 3 days. So this person didn't know and couldn't tell me that hey, there's some things going on here. Hey, kind of on the hush hush or down low or whatever, just between you and I. This is what's happening. So I may not be able to assist you, whatever. Hey, I would have said, okay, hey, I understand things happen. Okay, I understand new companies come in and take over hotels, or we bow out and just go to other. I understand that it's hospitality industry. We move around a lot, especially when it comes to salespeople. So I get it, right? But for me not to, I guess, be in the loop of that or just letting me know, and I'm sitting here waiting to hear from this particular person. So what I did was ended up calling, two other people that I worked with before, and I said, you know what? And they were past colleagues, meaning we used to work together with a couple of different hotel companies. So I just reached out to them because I knew even before my client had called me and told me what was going on at that hotel, I had reached out to two other people or two other hotels to say, hey, because I knew something was not right. Right? And you can't wait forever to, because this is like within 2 weeks, right? Today's the 11th, one, two. So yeah, it's like 2 weeks from now. Excuse me. So I can't wait. The client can't wait. I can't wait. We got to make stuff happen. So always make sure, don't put all your eggs in one basket and think that, I guess you have to give them a couple of days to get back to you, right? Especially if I knew the hotel I wanted them to stay in, right? Because I thought it was a great hotel, great location, fairly new hotel, one of the newest hotels on Century Boulevard. And I wanted them to experience that hotel because I'd been there before and I thought it was dope. So I'm like, this would be a great place for your group. Well, it didn't work out, and for whatever reason. So, but what I did was reached out to a couple other colleagues, right? And some of the colleagues that I have not talked to in a while, but guess what? They were like, "Oh yeah, we'll make it happen. Whatever you need, we'll make it happen. Just give me a couple minutes to give you a rate and all that kind of stuff. You know what? And that's all I need, right? I just need, communication, someone to talk to, someone to email you. If you leave information out there, they're responding back to you. Now I understand, like I said, some situations um, is there situations where you shouldn't expect phone calls back or emails back? I don't know. If you're a salesperson, you're in this business. We know how things can turn on the drop of a dime. But I guarantee you, if today's Friday, you knew on Tuesday what was going to happen on Friday. Okay, if you knew that there was a management change or a management company change, um, we knew that on Tuesday, right? So I hadn't booked anything at this hotel. So just think if I had booked something and we were kind of in limbo on a contract situation. Well, that wasn't the case. So why wouldn't he have told me something like, hey, dude, there's something going on here. Really can't get into it, but you know, I if I were you, I wouldn't book this hotel right now because there's some stuff going on. You know what? I would have given that courtesy. Be honest with you, I would have given that courtesy to let someone know that this is the situation, right? But hey, no harm, no foul, I guess. But so that was my morning, right? So that was my morning, just going through dealing with that, and so you on one hand you have your client because you have to. I work for the client, right? So I'm working for the client. I'm trying to get the client, the hotel rooms and the best rate possible, and then to get. I didn't ask her to get involved in it, but she did on her own, right? So, but that's not what you want. You don't want your client to get involved in that kind of stuff, right? You just want them to be hands off because that's what they hired me to do, right? But, it's no fault of hers. But I just wish that situation didn't go the way it did because now it just opened up some other stuff, right? But the important thing is that when one door closes, there's other doors that will open. So it's all about keeping, communication with your past colleagues, past hotel salespeople that you maybe did business with before, or maybe you haven't done business with them before, but you still keep in touch with them. So you reach out to them every now and then and say, hey, just so you don't forget about me, I'm still around, kind of thing, and then vice versa. It's important for them, the salespeople, to reach out to you as a whatever meeting planner, hotel site selection agency, and just to keep that rapport going because you never know when we're going to need somebody to assist us, right? So it's all about building that relationship. Sales is all about relationship these days. It's not about you selling anything. It's about, well, if you sell anything, it's you as a person, right? Because every hotel, and I always say this, and some people don't believe this, but every hotel has a room. A lot of them have restaurants. They have they have all this. They have little stores inside of them. They have parking and all that. A lot of hotels have the same thing. The thing that separates one hotel from the next are the people that work there. And in this case, your sales contacts, your colleagues that may work there. That's the difference, right? So it's good where you can pick up the phone and say, hey, I have this group for you. I know I haven't spoken to you in a minute, but I have this group for you. Can you assist me? I mean, that's what it's all about. That you can pick up that phone or just email someone and say, "Hey, you know what? I need you now," because we never know when we're going to need one particular hotel. We never know that, right? I mean, I never know that, so that's why I kind of spend time trying to build that rapport with certain, directors of sales, certain salespeople, certain people at certain hotels because I never know when I'm going to need them. So, I mean, case in point today, I didn't know that I was going to have to reach out to these other two hotels, but it's good that I had relationships at those other two hotels. So I didn't know what I was going to talk about today, but like I said, it's all based on experiences. And so we're talking about relationships, right? So I'm gonna give you like 3 things about relationships, okay? How to keep them going, okay, if you will. Building lasting and solid relationships with colleagues is crucial for the success of my hotel site selection business, right? So if I didn't have connections with former colleagues or even new colleagues or friends or associates or whatever, my business would be dead, right? Because we work off of the relationship. So I can just pick up the phone in certain destinations and say, hey, remember me, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, I remember you. We met here, blah, 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 blah. There you go, right? So that's what it's all about. So effective communication. Regularly communicate with your colleagues. If that's via email, if that's a phone call, if that's a handwritten note, then that's what you need to do, right? So regularly communicate with your colleagues, whether it's through meetings, emails, or phone calls, or cards. Keep them informed about your projects, progress, and any updates that may be relevant to them, okay? Active listening. Practice active listening during conversations. Know what the heck is going on, right? And I wish that person that I talked to on Tuesday would have told me. I definitely would have been active listener for that, but I didn't get that opportunity. Show genuine interest in their ideas, concerns, and feedback. This helps build trust and demonstrates your commitment to understanding their perspectives. Collaboration, right? Seek opportunities to collaborate on projects or initiatives, work together on common goals, and help strengthen bonds and promote a sense of teamwork, right? Because it's all about the teamwork, right? So I can't do my job without the help of my hotel partners or my CVB partners. It just can't happen, right? So I have to have that relationship with my partners, right? In order to get things done, in order to get the rates that I want, in order to get the room block, or maybe even the room type. You know what I mean? Maybe all at the same price. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there, but you have to have that relationship. So, being collaborative or collaborate with them or however you want to put it is important. Okay, muy importante, just so you know. And then provide support. Offer your assistance and support to your colleagues when your colleagues need help. So when they need help, you help them, right? It's a two-way street. Whether it's sharing resources, providing insights, or offering a helping hand, your willingness to contribute can foster goodwill. And I'm just going to leave you with this one. I don't have to keep going over all these. Show appreciation, express gratitude for their contributions and efforts, acknowledge their achievements publicly or privately, and celebrate success together. So if you hear about them getting awards for this, or taking care of other clients, or how they get Hotel of the Year, Director of Sales and Marketing of the Year, make sure you make it a point to publicly acknowledge that. That's, with LinkedIn and all these different social media platforms, it's easy for us to do that because when they post things like, hey, I just got a new job, or I just got this award or whatever, it's easy to respond to that stuff because it's right there. All you got to do is respond. So why not do it? So just make sure we keep that thing going. And the last one, I did have one more, it had to do with networking. Attend industry events, conferences, and workshops where you can connect with colleagues from different organizations. Networking provides a platform to share experiences and insights. Not to mention, you get to meet a lot of different people. And when you're in a bind, you can call them, right? So it's all about the networking. It's all about communicating. So just make sure we're doing all those things, okay? So I didn't realize my hat was on backwards. You guys realize that? No one told me. No one told me that my hat was on backwards. But anyway, that is it. I just wanted to come on and do that. I don't even know if I didn't even click on that. See, building relationship with colleagues. That was the topic for today, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, you may have heard that bell go off. I forgot that I was still in Thinkorswim, so which don't worry about what that is. But that means 1:00. It's 1:00. That means the trading day has ended. Okay, but I didn't mean for you guys to hear that. My apologies. But yeah, so I was just talking about building relationships with colleagues. So if you're just now tuning in, just go back and listen to it. It's a whole thing, right? There's a whole story about how I even came up with that topic. And it's based on my experiences that happened 3 days ago, from 3 days ago to today, right? So it's just interesting how people move around, and sometimes they tell people, sometimes they don't. But anyway, if you go back and rewind this on the replay, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. And I cannot end my daily check-in without the Level Hotel, downtown LA. Always book direct. They're offering that Russell of Hotels rate. That's use promo code ROH23. That's the Level Hotel, downtown LA. It's on 9th and Olive. Independent hotel. They, 700 square feet is the smallest room that they have, smallest suite that they have. 700 square feet. The typical size of a hotel room is between 300 and 350 square feet. Now, for some hotels, that may be, I may be being a little generous, but that's your typical size. Let me see if I can see a blur going on here. Check that. Yeah, I think I did fix it a little bit. So, but yeah, so Level Hotel, always book direct. I don't care if you book here or book any other hotel, always go to their website, book direct. You're always gonna get the best deal, and you're gonna get the better rooms. Okay, believe me, I'm speaking from experience. I used to work in a hotel, right? 14 different hotels, right? And the people that book the OTAs, online travel agents, like Expedia, Hotels.com, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They know people. The front desk staff will identify who are the Priceline people or the Hotels.com or any OTA. They identify who they are, right? And they give priority to the other ones. They don't give priority to the third parties, meaning they block rooms. They block the nicer rooms first for the regular guests. Excuse me. You may say regular guests. Wait a minute, we're paying just like, yeah, but they do basically give priority to, if you're like a rewards member or your frequent stay or anything other than a third party. They just do. I mean, that's just part of life. That's part of hotel life. Okay, ask anyone. That's what happens. So why not get the best rooms? If you book direct, you're gonna ensure that you'll get the best rooms and you get taken care of. And the other problem with booking through an OTA, I'm just spilling the tea right now. Okay. The other issue with booking OTAs is that if there's issues with your reservation, you have to call or contact whoever at the OTA, whoever you book through, you have to contact them. They will contact the hotel. The hotel will contact them, and then it gets back to you, right? Now, if you book direct through the hotel, of course, you just contact the hotel or go to the front desk and say, hey, this happened. Can you help me out? Oh, yeah, Russell, we'll take care of this for you right now. But, oh, Russell, you booked through a third party. You booked through Expedia, right? So you need to call them, and then they will call us, and then they will get back to you, and then we'll see what happens. That's exactly what happens. That's how it works. I don't know why I'm so choked up right now, but I'm choked up. But anyway, that is it. Like I said, I do these, and this is the Bellamar Hotel, just in case you didn't see. Bellamar Hotel, this is one of their guest rooms. Bellamar is in Manhattan Beach, right outside of LA, right outside of LAX. So it's kind of south, not kind of, but it's south of LAX, south of El Segundo, right on the corner of like Rosecrans and Sepulveda, right across from the Manhattan Beach Mall. There's a movie theater right there as well, not too far from the beach. So it's a independent boutique hotel, very nice. Okay, and you can walk across to the mall. You don't have to get in the car. You can park your car and you can walk. Okay, so just so you know. But anyway, and why am I showing that? Because I have a program there. So it's a smaller hotel, 127 rooms. Excuse me again. I booked a program there, right? And the smaller properties, you can be the big fish, right? There's a lot of groups, they go into bigger hotels, and you're just a small fish in a big pond. Here, you're the big fish, right? So I have a group of like maybe 100 people. Oh, they're just taking over the freaking hotel, right? There's no other groups that can come in. okay, and they have most of the rooms, so they have the entire hotel. So there's something to say about the smaller independent boutique-ish hotels, especially when it comes to your smaller groups and things like that. Maybe you have like smaller like board meetings or retreats or things like that. Um, the smaller hotels are ideal for that. So I always make sure when a client wants me to source a hotel that I at least include an independent hotel or a boutique-ish hotel that's in the same area as the hotels that, wherever they want to be within that destination, because you never know, right? And it's good to give people options because a lot of times we just know the brands, okay? We know the M, we know the H, we know the IHG, we know all that, but we don't, we kind of sleep on the independent boutiques. So I worked at 2 out of the 14 different hotels that I worked in. At least 2 of them were independent. At least one was a boutique. So I said I always want to make sure, I include them as well. So there you go. So I got to give love to the Bellamar Hotel. So there you go. So that's it. Once again, I'm Russell of Hotels. I do these lives, daily lives, this daily check-in. I do this every day, Monday through Friday. And then I have a show called On Air with Russell of Hotels, which is my live hospitality talk show. It comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. I've done 216 shows. So the next Tuesday will be 217. So there you go. That's it. And I talk about everything hospitality, the good, the bad, the challenging, the indifferent, whatever, the ugly, whatever it is. And I shared some stuff today that happened. So make sure you listen to this on the replay. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Thank you. And this is interactive, so you can always make comments, right? I didn't get any comments today, but that's okay. Just make sure you click on that again, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, sure did not. So anyway, that is it then. So you guys have a great day, great weekend, and football started, right? NFL, they're doing preseason. They did 2 preseason games last night. They do, I don't know if there's any on tonight, but I know there's a whole schedule for tomorrow, like 10 games or something like that. So I know it's preseason, but I miss football. So anyway, you guys have a great day, great weekend. Peace.